maybe I'll just keep saying hi and hope that I stick the landing. Oh wait, are we back?
Yep.
Hey everybody, how's it going? So we are just finishing up vetoes. Lobby should be going up shortly for uThermal versus Nerchio. The order is Galactic, Frost into King Sejong Station, and this is the last chance for either of these players to qualify through. We've had a pretty exciting series so far, and of course the last couple days we've had some really fun matches as well. Make sure if you missed any of them, you check out our YouTube, youtube.com/BaseTradeTV. Working on our sub count over there ever so diligently, so we'd love if you guys would consider giving us a sub. And of course over there you can find spoiler-free versions of any VODs you missed, thanks to Nice Username. Big credits to him as he makes that YouTube channel look as pretty as possible for you guys. We'll be casting some more matches in the upcoming days, but of course this is the last one for the WCS system we'll be covering. Now, people have been asking me throughout the day, Rifkin, where's your camera? Rifkin, how's the recovery coming? So because people seem to be kind of inconsistently aware of what's the situation, I have no webcam right now because I am still injured. I can't actually bend my arms to put on shirts. So if I don't have a shirt and a camera on, Twitch will get upset, and that's no cool. So we go with a picture just because it's easier to sort. Secondly, as far as recovery goes, it was about 3 weeks ago that I had the accident. It's safe to say that my collarbone has been healing really well. I can almost get full range of motion back in my shoulder. I still can't lift it above shoulder level, but I can move it now, which is nice. My elbow's healing much more slowly, though, and I've actually got it in a cast currently. Well, it's kind of a cast. It's like a 75% cast. I'm supposed to take it off and stretch and blah, blah, blah. But the point is, I'm healing, and I thank you guys so much for your concerns and inquiry. But because I am not still good to go is why we don't have a camera for me. But the other thing, too, to mention, of course, shout out to Zombie. People have been asking about observing and casting. For the last, 3 years of BaseTradeTV, I've been the one observing. She hasn't had to worry about it too much. So she's done a pretty good job covering for the last few weeks. And hopefully I'll be able to get back to that sooner than later. Although, those of you who are excited for me to come back to controlling the camera, don't expect good things, because I've been off my game now for like a month.
Yeah, totally.
But the lobby for Galactic process is up. We're just... Oh, I had the stream unmuted. That was really awkward. I'm like, why am I hearing my own voice? Getting this going here in just a moment as we're getting the last couple casters in with us. Manajuana subs for 7 months, and he says, over halfway, with some really awesome emotes. I know the hotted one. What is that Tang hype, though? That's Grimer? Is that Grimer? That's Grimer.
Yes, that is Grimer. Good eye.
What did he evolve? Muck. That's right. That's what he evolves into. You know what I actually can't wait for? So there's been some knockoff games of Pokemon Go that have already started surfacing, where you use crystals to catch monsters, and it's like skeletons and shit. And it's exactly the same game otherwise. I really want a Digimon game to come out, man. Holy shit, would I kill for a Digimon version of Pokemon Go?
Oh, I would not care at all.
I love Digimon. Yeah, the Digimon movie was, I think, the first actual anime movie I ever saw. And I'm sure if I went back and watched it now, it wouldn't be as good as I remember it. You know, that nostalgia and all. But I love Digimon, man. Plus, they didn't speak in their names. They actually spoke in English. That was cool.
Yeah, I don't know. Other reasons that people find Digimon cool is the reason I found Pokemon cooler, I suppose. Not that I watch a lot of Digimon.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie, it was just the intro was super hype.
Yeah, totally. They would have to make a much better game than Pokemon Go.
Oh no, better than either. Monster Rancher.
I mean, that's cool too. I was like, either one of these things have to make a much better game than Pokemon Go, because Pokemon Go was missing so many things, but was so popular because it was Pokemon.
No, even better. It's like, okay, so it's the Pokestops, right?
Sure.
In Monster Rancher, you could go to the Pokestops, and that's where you spin the mystery disc. That's the shrine. Ah!
I don't know what you're talking about, but the point is, it would not be nearly as popular.
The mystery disc, take it to the shrine.
And we're done. We're in the best of 3, and I think I'm over my coughing fit. In the bottom left, as the Blue Terran, he is uThermal.
And his opponent in the upper right, he's going to be one of the toughest people uThermal could have come up against here for this finals. It's none other than the Red Zerg player, Nerchio.
Thanks to Johas.
I'm gonna go with Yohasi.
Okay.
It seems European.
Sure. The 7-month resub. So uThermal against I think anyone else, and maybe if this was the first time he was playing today on stream or anything like that, And he goes for 3x Reaper again. He might still. Actually, he is going to again. But I was just going to say, like, the one situation that I would be too afraid to do it would be against Nerchio, who watched my match against the laser and who let Galactic process through. You know, he's got to be expecting this.
Oh, absolutely. Not to mention, again, we've cast uThermal Nerchio in a couple different scenarios. One was that really big best of 15. All 15 maps got played finals for the map test tournament. That was where we really, I think uThermal started the meme with the bomb defusal and ultras timing. But since then, I mean, it's proven to be his stigma versus Zerg, combined with the fact that Nerchio, yeah, for the history that he has, he's good at getting people's underneath people's skins, like through, like, his personality, but more so, he's good at just finding the little holes in their defense and just really exploiting them hard. Like, if I'm Nerchio in this series, I come against uThermal, your mind has to be set on Hive Tech. Whether it's focused on the Ravager Infestor combination or whether it's just straight to Ultras, either way, Hive Tech seems to be the way to go against uThermal.
Yes, absolutely.
But he's still going Reapers.
He is, yeah. I mean, it is, as I said, or they say it all the time, it's an opener for this guy, right? But it is a little scary to do it against someone you think was really, really going to be prepared for this. People are coming with more ideas for, like, Pokemon Go type games, I suppose, like games that really interact with the world. People are going to, like, you know, collect anime characters, and that's like, that is a game, by the way, on the phone where you collect senpais and waifus and stuff.
What?
But, yeah, like, you ever see the waifu game?
I've got the 1000 waifu game or whatever.
Yeah, like stuff like that, right? But what I would want Neko Atsume in real life, which is basically collecting cats in real life.
Cats, yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Like, I would love to go search for tubs.
Would you though?
Yeah. If I got to collect him in some fashion. If he just eats all my shit, then no.
Exactly.
Anyway, so the Reaper harassment has commenced now. Remember, Laser had very much the same response as Nerchio here. Like, he didn't try and go for, like, a super early pool and over-dedicate to Lings. He went for a macro game, but then just got the Roach Warren so preemptively. Or so calmly and fluidly, right? And that's what Nerchio's doing. But uThermal still had this amazing follow-up. And yes, a Laser basically made, like, one mistake that just, like, tumbled farther and farther down because of it. He made his Roaches move away from his third base, but the same thing could happen to Nerchio. uThermal's, this is just an opener for this guy.
Oh, I'm letting you get this sub, Shadow. I'm not even gonna try it.
Eyahua score. Eyahua score. Resub for 7 months.
Alright, so the Reaper is getting some pretty nice shots off, and the grenade's certainly helping with this, but he's getting back into a corner. And let's not forget, there's actually no way down on this side thanks to the rocks. But he does actually take on the Roaches.
Oh, Nerchio wasn't expecting that. He does focus fire that last Reaper. That was pretty nice.
That was nice, but more Roaches are out, and Nerchio should be able to hold this. I mean, this has been done so far with just Roaches. Normally, the Roaches don't even stand a chance. You got to get their Ravagers, etc., etc. But for uThermal, last time and every time we see him do this, it's usually like the 3 CCs. It's usually like the extra racks. The point is macro comes out behind this, but it's a bit slower this time around. Still dedicating really heavily to the Reapers.
I don't remember when he stopped making Reapers, to be honest, but he did follow up with a 2-base push last time. The third CC will come down after
you wanted that queen.
Starport is. As long as he's taking on Roaches and not losing too many Reapers, this is all great. If he kills Roaches, like, more power to him. He could get on top of these Ravagers now, too, and trade Ravagers for Reapers, which might be worth, since he is, you know, he's trying to get ready for a follow-up. I think you're right. I think the Reapers were made a bit longer than that game versus the Laser, because I want to say Stim has already started, where it's only just starting now.
It's not only that. Like, there's a lot to be said about the actual timings, but it's about how you use the gas, too, right? Like, if you're going for this Starport, if you're going to get a reactor on that, if you want to make 2 Liberators or 2 Medevacs, that's going to cost you your Stim timing, that's going to cost you any tank production. The fact that there was 4 or so extra Reapers made is the difference of him being able to make anything else. Is basically the point. It kind of makes it tough, but as we see here, still trading out the best of his capabilities, even catching a Ravager, not something you normally see with Reapers.
There's so many damn grenades.
I know, it finally hits a bit of friendly fire.
He is taking on the Roaches more aggressive than a Laser too, so a bit of a different style.
He's actually going to get a queen kill here, I feel.
He's going to get both queens and the Ravager. And drones. The Roaches are only just now going to pop out, too, at the natural. Oh my god.
I think Nerchio was in the same thought that we were with
this. Oh my god!
Leaves the game, no cheese! uThermal, ladies and gentlemen, takes game number 1.
That was not supposed to happen.
No, I thought it was done for. I thought like,
Oh
okay,
my
well
god.
defended, like no need to worry about it. But Nerchio in that little corner kept getting baited into the same fight over and over again. You know,
Amazing.
I know it was a troll build and it didn't work, but I would love to see uThermal take that thing we saw Ruff do versus Sulky forever ago with the +1 weapon upgrade / planetary follow-up. Maybe not the planetary follow-up, but the +1 weapon like fast with Reapers. I would love to see how he handles something like that.
What a first game. That's going to put Nerchio a little bit on tilts.
I don't know. Nerchio, I don't think goes on tilt too easily.
I don't think so either, but when you think you have a defense all set up and then you lose, like, regardless of the no GG, because it's not, for a lot of players, it's not necessarily like their anger that's BM, they just literally tap out instead. I do think the way that game ended would tilt even the most stable of players. The next map should be something more favorable for Nerchio. Again, letting Galactic process through is always so questionable, but it does happen apparently. But we're gonna go to a quick break before that. See you soon. Hello again. We are going into Frost. Eerily similar series to a laser so far. Maybe this means it's gonna be cross position and Nerchio takes this game. It's exactly like it.
I think this will be a fine map. Like, no matter what the spawns are, I just think the map itself, the engagement areas are really nice for somebody like Nerchio. But, I mean, uThermal, again, he came here today saying, like, the first thing we saw him type in lobby chat in his first series of the day was, man, I'm so worn out by these qualifiers. I'm so tired. Like, kind of like insinuating almost that he didn't even want to play type thing. And yet he's playing so well. So I don't know what can be really made of that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's the biggest bluff, or maybe it is true. He's got that effect where the worse off he is, the better he plays. I don't know. This is the guy who needs to get punched in the face before every best stuff he plays, apparently.
Maybe not. You know,
Get the adrenaline going, man.
He has to see, maybe like kick him in the shins or something, but
okay, you're right. Not the face, that's my moneymaker.
Yeah, right. Oh my god, it's cross position.
Oh god.
Same exact series. In the bottom left, as the blue Terran, he is uThermal.
And his opponent in the upper right, I think he was expected to be the one to lead this series, but he's actually behind by 1 game in this grand finals match. It's going to be the red Zerg player, Nerchio. And the emphasis on this is, this has been a pretty gruelingly long week of qualifiers. You've had this weird double elimination format, split over days, all these sort of like WTF things. But at the end of it, this is it. There's no more matches to fall back on. There's no like best of 3 backup for Nerchio or uThermal. This is their last chance to get to Mexico, which is possibly the last WCS event of the year. People keep hinting and hyping at some other one. I don't believe the rumors. I think this might just be the last big thing before BlizzCon.
Anything else would be really rushed and almost BM of WCS. Hey guys, kind of want to fit this in. Okay, guys, sorry. BlizzCon points are still up in the air. All right, deal with it.
You know, the only place that would be, I will say, appropriate with air quotes for would be like Red Bull, because they always announce their stuff in the last second.
Yeah. They don't have WCS points though. When was the last time they had WCS points?
When was the last time they did StarCraft?
The Archon stuff. So
Yeah, it feels bad,
whatever
man.
was before that. So yeah. Traylane, thank you for the 15-month resub. Yeah. There's the entire month of September and... Well, no, September is when WCS Mexico happens. My bad. But the entire month of October actually has nothing, but you think that would just be preparation for BlizzCon. Oh, we'll see. Cross spawn might look eerily similar to that a laser game. uThermal tries his best to do damage, and then Nerchio just fends it off with ease. I mean, the laser really did have almost a perfect game on Frost. Really took no damage, despite uThermal's best efforts. If Nerchio does the same mistake as last game, which is just assume his roaches are going to be enough for whatever he gets this game, okay, maybe this isn't exactly like the last best of 3 with uThermal, but I think Nerchio just made a simple mistake. Any Zerg can underestimate the power of Reaper grenades, and he won't make the same mistake twice. Not soon, not this soon.
Hello, drone. Would you like to, you want to build a base there? There we go.
He does, yes. Thanks for asking. Oh. Factory on the way. Never lucky.
Never lucky.
Not
I
sure
don't know. Something happened with the Reaper, I guess. The Lings, maybe.
I thought maybe he was saying it because of the spawns, so Overlords have confirmed, but it was like a little bit late. Huh, whatever. So, uThermal should be going to the 3rd CC beyond this. If this was any other spawn position, he might be going for the tank push follow-up. It really makes me wonder what Game 3 is going to end up being. I mean, it was Daslan Station, which is quite abusive for Terrans, quite good for Terrans, especially a Terran like uThermal. I can't imagine Nerchio let that game through, especially if he was watching that first series. I guess there's a chance he wasn't. I think the last map would be more likely to be like King Sejong, right? Or King Sejong or Frozen. There we go. Maybe. Hang on, Nerchio, how Nerchio vetoed. Because I think uThermal is just vetoing New Gettysburg and Apotheosis every single time. Had to guess.
Yeah, it's interesting because New Gettysburg, when it first came around, really struck me as that would be a Terran map. You know, not one that Terrans feared.
It was, yeah, we focused a lot on the bottom half of it. You know, the bridge, of course, chokes would be guys for Terran. The island bases would be more likely for a Terran to take than the other race. But it really is all about that top side of the map, and that's just wide open area for Zerg. Wide open area. Sometimes I wonder what that would have been like had they let the original version of that map go through.
I would enjoy it personally, but I'm also the only guy who seems to like island bases.
Hey, when were you casting with Roddy?
What?
That's my question. Wait, Rifkin, what did you confirm the other day while casting with Roddy?
I've actually not cast with Roddy since we did Sub Wars like 2 years ago.
Right?
Man. What are you talking about?
I have no idea what the guy's asking.
Oh, chat. Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
sorry. I thought I said
you were
that
asking
guy.
me out of the blue. I mean, you should know better. I cast with you all the time. What the fuck?
I thought I said that guy asks. Whatever. So, chat aside, as they're still talking about the manners, actually. God, it's 5 minutes too late. Drop commences. Cleans up a lot of creep, I would
Look
say.
at that stutter step, though. That's pretty nice out of uThermal so far. Control looking good as he does manage to escape the clutches of the Queens and the Lings. He didn't have to pick up either. That was like a walk away, which was nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, one thing about that last game on Frost for uThermal was that he never got creep cleanup. He tried so hard to do drops and do direct damage, and he was just, you know, foiled at every turn. Creep is something he can definitely get. Queens will not be quite on the edges. They're really a little too afraid to do that. Sorry, Lings don't want to run off of creep if uThermal kites back. So creep spread should be not necessarily easy. I mean, it's a scan every single time, right? You don't exactly want to do that, but it should be almost a freebie given, you know, a lot of multitasking, which uThermal obviously has. He's going to be on top of creep spread as soon as it's put down. See, you can snipe these ones. He's not a queen, of course, but he's also going to pair up these two medevacs potentially. You know, there are those two versions of how to play this. You either keep on dropping every which way, you just pile them all up together and hope to catch the Zerg player off guard. Nerchio might just be caught off guard. He hasn't gotten much scouting whatsoever. Scan goes down, and he only has Lings. His Queens are forfeit. Oh, maybe not. They're a little far away from the Lings, though, and they're going to get kited into that mineral line. Yep, they are going to go down. Nerchio was not expecting such aggression. Uh-oh. Oh, his Banelings only just finished. He can't make Banelings. He's hoping to get a really good surround. He does manage to just about get it, but the Queens... There's so many dead. They can't focus around the medevacs that well.
I'm actually surprised the 1-1 did not completely wreck the Marines with that surround, because it doesn't look like what was going to happen. He's pulling drones into this.
God.
He knows it's a bit desperate. He finds a corner on the cliff.
uThermal.
No chance for a surround. No chance to survive. uThermal should not win with this early push like this.
But I think he might have just done so. I mean, even if he doesn't win right now, like, that's so much damage.
I know, like, the trade out here is just not going to be worth it. And the Marines can still be picked up. They can still be saved if you wanted to. The medevacs hopefully will at the very least get out of there alive. 16 drones just died on top of all those Lings. The resources lost 4,100 to 1,600. Oh my god. That was the greatest attack he could have hoped for in the early game.
Oh god. Nerchio, his only hope right now is that maybe uThermal is going to base, you know, with it, but he's not. Like, this really was just picking up whatever Marines you're producing and boosting over. You can still afford a 3rd CC. You can still get the extra production. Right now, in fact, uThermal is banking a little too much. And, okay, fine, his macro slipped a little bit. It still is so much damage. It was so worth it. And this is going to continue damage. The upgrades are even. They just barely got unloaded in time. Queen's going to go down. This is a 4th base, mind you. but it's still something that he would rather have 60, 70 drones mining right now. He's just... He can't even respond to this. He does have a Baneling nest, by the way. He just never is making Banelings. There should be enough Lings.
It has been so hectic, there just might simply not even be the, what do you want to call it, like thought space to think about Banelings, right? Like you're so focused on trying to make up all these losses that you're not thinking ahead.
Oh, he sees the third CC. Oh, he knows he's in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, the crew started buying him a little bit of extra time, but not a lot.
Nerchio, what are you going to do for the lair? Aspire, so Mutalisk can do an okay job at bringing a game back, but not nearly as much potential as the past expansions. An Infestation Pit coupled with Corrosive Biles always has a potential, but just Infestation Pit with Lings, I don't think same potential's there.
I mean, I just want to throw out there, like, Nerchio isn't necessarily playing this super duper badly. I'm really admiring uThermal's control this game. Like, watching the stutter step with the Marines is seriously on point. The microseconds of difference in these steps, like, everything he's doing is just so good. And that's really what's brought him ahead in this game. But Nerchio has started getting around the map. He cleaned up his depots on the side. He got us, I guess he'll shut down his Liberator.
Oh, just
barely
barely
not.
not.
Take that back.
There you go. Queen range.
But anyways, my point is, he's starting to make the moves to start evening this up. I mean, Nerchio's upgrades are great. It's on 2-2. It's not like he's falling behind. uThermal doesn't really have the capability to keep getting surrounded like he was early on.
His main push, whenever it does come, is going to be so deadly. He's not really producing a lot of Widow Mines, and he's going to go for Widow Mines, not tanks, but at least his barracks production's getting set up again. He did slip on his macro, and I think it's the only reason Nerchio is looking okay right now. But even with that little bit of a slip, you know, barracks a little bit later, upgrades a little bit later, even now though, of course, uThermal still has an army lead, still has even a worker lead, not for long, but too long. And 3v does start up for him. Nerchio can maybe afford Infestation Pit right now. He's got some creep spread, he's denying drops so far, he is up to 4 bases. But he's not reaching for it quite yet.
Liberator distracts the Queens, so the Marines get on that left side. They focus the Banelings before they get a chance to hatch.
Oh, the base. Oh, the base.
I was just saying, they finally have Banelings. Like, Nerchio seriously has not been able to get Banelings used until like the 10-minute mark in this game. It's so weird.
Nothing in the main base. Everything's at the front lines right now. So drones should go down here. There you go. Responding now, but that's a 10 extra drones. 12, 14... Oof. Picks up and leaves. Picks up and leaves. The only thing uThermal has to do now is clear up his creep spread, and he has a direct line to winning this game.
Yeah, and then let's not forget the series, the tournament, the qualifier, all those things come with him 2-0 Nerchio if that's going to be the case. Oh, the Banelings chopped out by the Banelings. He could focus them down if he really wanted to.
So rude. Oh, more drones here. He does do the main push. He was trying to clear up the creep. There's a couple Banelings ready to go. Liberator's gonna clean up by the Queens. Drones helping. Trying to. A single Marine left over here. That's it for the Banelings, I think. Oh, wait, no. He's got 14 more. Where? A couple here. A couple from the left side as well. Split's gonna have to come down. No Marauder to soak up the Banelings. No Widow Mine trying to get those hits. And it looks like Nerchio will hold for now. But oh my god, not for very much longer.
This is not a game where like holding is going to be enough. I mean, he's not taking favorable engagements. He's always bleeding out. Normally we see Terran do little trades that lead up to this crazy insane army, and while that hasn't really been the case so far, uThermal still has a crazy insane. It's 81 army supply to 36 for Nerchio, and Nerchio doesn't even have enough Zerglings to make enough Banelings to be 1-to-1 with the Marines.
Widow Mines are here too. Liberator's gonna help out a little bit. So Widow Mine gets a shot, not the greatest, but now it's off of creep and the spread is pretty damn good. 3-3 is on the way, and Marauders are joining the army now, so something to soak all those Banelings real well. The leftover Banelings, as there are not many more left. Nerchio is known for a long time. He's in a bad position. He just has not had... He couldn't do anything to even try and bring itself back. Like, there wasn't any counterattack potential. He needed every single lane back at home defending against all the drops.
I mean, the Banelings are going to get taken up by the Widow Mines ideally, and then the Marines can just move on through. I mean, Nerchio is really out of steam. He's out of everything. There's 4 banelings en route. He's got 900 gas in the bank and not enough minerals to use anything.
GG.
uThermal will make it to Copa, Mexico, ladies and gentlemen.
He still has a chance to get that second place too, and solidify his road to BlizzCon.
Unfortunately, we're not going to be casting the main event, right? That's up to Pig and Roddy and Todd. But one thing we want to leave you guys with is the notion, and I'm sure they'll emphasize this at the event, but the emphasis here is if uThermal can finish second place at WCS Mexico, much less first place would be even better, he will make that top 8. He'll break into that top 8 for WCS points, which means he would go to BlizzCon.
Yeah, just barely squeezing in there. He only got to continue this bracket because Showtime won the server qualifier.
Yeah, right, exactly. There's so many things that happen here for uThermal. I think he was really worried things were going against him. It was unfair for timings, and like the server qualifiers were kind of janky, this, that, and the other, but he still makes it through at the end of the day. So super congratulations to him. Very well earned. A little bit sad because I'm a big fan of Nerchio. I was actually really looking forward to seeing Nerchio at the main event. I assumed he would have gotten through one of the qualifiers. Not to bash uThermal here for a moment, but I thought uThermal was not gonna make it with his attitude and with how stressed out he was over these. But again, happy to be surprised. Congratulations to him. Hopefully we'll see Nerchio at more events as we do lead up to BlizzCon. But that's going to pretty much wrap things up, guys. So I want to thank you all for joining us on the cast today. We're gonna go to a break. We'll say our bits. We'll come back and we'll see you soon.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching those ads. We're just gonna do our end stream shoutouts as usual. So thanks for watching the WCS Copa Intercontinental qualifiers that we've been covering for the past week and a half or something like that. Finally ended here. We won't be covering the ones later tonight. I don't know if anyone will be covering the Latin American ones, to be honest, but you can pay attention to the results probably on Liquipedia and a live report thread. For us, we want to give thanks to our channel sponsors, Chairs for Gaming. Use code BaseTradeTV to get $200 off and free shipping and cushions. G2A.com, use code BASE for 3% off. Your wood watches, go to woodwatches.com/base. To not only check out really cool watches, get some percentage off of each cool watch, but also to know that you're growing the prize pool for potential future tournaments. And last but not least, thanks to Corsair Gaming, of course, always sponsoring the Corsair Cups. And we love all their gear, and those are the links down below if you're interested in checking out more about them. Also down below are Amazon referral links. If you are going to go shopping on Amazon, just use them, and it doesn't add anything to you, it just gives something to me.
All right, and of course, to get our last bits out, make sure to check out our YouTube channel, guys. We talked about this before, really trying to grow that subscriber count, 9,300 and something right now, youtube.com/BaseTradeTV. We do post content on YouTube that is YouTube exclusive. A lot of our co-op videos and vlogs and other things. Actually, we haven't done vlogs in a while. We definitely owe our fans one for whatever event we go to next. But anyways, a lot of our stuff can be pretty exclusive, but there's spoiler-free formats for anything you miss. If you're not subbed to the channel, that's where you can find past broadcasts. So please, guys, youtube.com/BaseTradeTV. The last couple points to touch on is, of course, we will be working on a map test tournament together. We have a Matcherino page already set up for it. If you just type !Matcherino, it will link towards the prize pool. The birthday code for that, or the code for that, is going to be birthday, as it's left over from when they fucked up on my birthday. So if you want to add $1 to that prize pool, you can use the code birthday to do so. Although we'll advertise that a little bit more heavily as we get closer to the event. So once again, thank you guys for watching. We look forward to some more awesome stuff. Tomorrow we'll be back with groups for the WCA event. It'll be 2 groups. It'll be all best of 3s, so they should be pretty quick groups, opposed to the best of 5s we're used to running. But it'll be Showtime, excuse me, backing that up, Sort of, Sake, uThermal, and Hearthstone. And I think followed up by Showtime, Lambo, Bly, and Soul. So it should be some really good games. But once again, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Follow the channel if you haven't already. Follow Zombie up on Twitter at ZG Gaming. Follow me on Twitter at Riff_Kings. We're going to go find somebody to host. Make sure you give them some base trade love, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.